Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt. This is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching episode 5 of season 1 of True Detective. What'd you think of the last episode?
Insane.
Definitely insane.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of the commenters that may have been the best piece of television that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was really incredible. That last like 5 minutes or something of that episode.
Yeah.
So I really want to just get into the next episode because it just left on such a high note.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon will be in the description. If you would like to interact with us on Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter, all of those links will be in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the episode. People said this first guy's... That's definitely not Matthew McConaughey.
It actually does kind of look like him now
You
that somebody
think?
said that, yeah.
No, I don't believe it. Well, they should have a good idea of where Reggie is now that they captured Ginger, I believe.
Yeah.
What happened to you, Face? Pool game the other night. Called the wrong dude on cheating.
They'll trade you or the IC Brotherhood, however you want to do it. Coke for Crystal. Just means you gotta cook a little more for a lot more profit.
Nah.
Ooh.
I can see your soul at the edges of your eyes. You got a demon, little man.
Dang.
Ginger, you call me again, I'm setting miles on you.
Who's this Miles guy?
We're on empty roads now, so I gotta drop back or he'll spot the tail.
That's Reggie Ledoux's cook partner.
I was gonna say, he doesn't seem as big as I thought he was gonna
Yeah.
Ginger.
How'd you get onto Ledoux?
One of my old CIs tipped me off to location of his cookhouse.
Sure.
Didn't want anybody else to catch him. Bring him in.
Why are you so hot to see the new Discovery file, man?
Why else would he be there?
Hot to not give it to me. Supposed to be like a consultation, right?
You take me through it, now let you see what we got.
I'll hold you to that.
This is gonna be hard
to not be spotted.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call this in, Russ.
We don't want to do that. You ever been hunting, Marty?
Yeah. 10-point buck year before last.
I'm not talking about sitting in a treehouse waiting to ambush a buck, come to sniff your gash bait.
Jesus, you're a prick. Because it only went down the one way. You had to track game till you got within maybe 30 yards of it.
Dang. Part of that survivor list.
Ooh.
Yeah. Lots of traps.
Sidestepping various anti-intruder devices they installed.
Hey. This is some familiar weird shit.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. We've seen this place before.
Wires back there. Clearing's probably mine.
Jeez, mines in the field.
You go back, call it in. I'll wait here.
You gonna hold position?
Yeah.
Doesn't believe him.
No. I don't believe him.
Fuck you. You ain't doing this without me.
No one's going back now. Man, this is not a good idea to not have backup.
Or have anyone know where you are.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the location. We had our suspects identified at the location, you know.
Blam! Bullets cut through right near Russ' head. We dove high velocity. Boom! Blow apart this tree.
That is not what happened.
Heavy shit.
Their stories match.
Yeah.
All around us, bark flying off the trees. I mean, we were in a fucking shitstorm.
What is their plan here?
I don't know. I mean, they know where one guy is, at least.
So uneasy. It's a dump.
Yeah. I mean, they have no desire to make more money. Ooh, this mirror is either going to be helpful or hurtful.
Oh.
Oh, that's got to be Reggie.
What is the plan?
Just shoot him in the leg or something?
Put your hands on your head. Put them on your head now. Intertwine your fingers. Do it. Back up toward me.
Okay. They got him outside. Where's the other guy?
How can this go so wrong then?
I don't know if it does go wrong.
Where are they talking about gunfire?
That's their made-up story of why they had to go in the first place.
All we could do was duck for cover, dig in, try getting closer.
I'm surprised they have such a crazy story when there's like no bullets or anything. There's no evidence of a crazy firefight yet.
Where is this dude?
He went into the container, the red container, so I don't know if he's in there.
Put it down, hands up, state police.
He's outside with both of them?
Yeah. I mean, we know they're both okay in present times.
I saw you in my dream. You're in Carcosa now, with me. He sees you.
What's in this trailer?
Time is a flat circle.
I said, Nietzsche, shut the fuck up. Put it down. Put your hands on your head.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he saw something real bad. Don't take eyes off of him. Oh, get him. Fuck. What the hell did Marty see? Holy. Did he just step on a mine or did he have an explosive on him?
It looked like he had it on him.
Well, he sneaks up behind Ledoux, and just as Ledoux turns, bam. And his buddy, D-Wall, he made a run for it. The cracker-ass security system took care of the rest.
Oh my god, but what did Marty do? He just killed their only witness. So this is why they need this elaborate story. Jesus, Marty's short temper just fucked this up.
He looked like freaking possessed, like something was...
He saw something in this trailer. That a little girl?
I think there's multiple.
What do we do, Russ?
Fuck him.
Oh, so this is where he gets all the evidence for.
Shoot.
Yeah, good thing they did have. Brilliant.
2 deaths and
Wow.
search the rest of the premises. On approach, a greater respect for the sanctity of human life. Yeah.
That was crazy.
LSD on hand matched that of Door Lang. Pretty satisfied that we got our man.
Yeah, it's like the story should pretty much be over now. But there's still 3 episodes left after this one.
Well, clearly...
There's someone else.
There's someone else, yeah.
The girl, she hadn't been reported yet. She was from St. Landry.
Is she even alive?
Everything we've ever done or will do, we're gonna do over and again, forever.
Couldn't manage to get shot?
Next time.
Thanks for not doubting.
Never did.
Never did.
Promoted to detective sergeant. Russ got a commendation for bravery. Things were pretty good for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna time jump? I mean, they couldn't really figure out if Reggie was the guy.
Yeah.
Because he blew his brains out immediately.
And the evidence pointed to it with the LSD.
Talking, counseling, and maybe being in a shootout kind of opened her up.
Why did that not hit me faster? So he's back with Maggie already?
But yeah, he said
Kind of.
eventually she came around.
Yeah.
Is Daddy coming home yet?
Go on, one more time.
Okay, so he's still not in the house.
You used to be a good man.
Cut the booze, 5 weeks now. I'm in a program.
Hmm.
A few years, good ones. You know the good years when you're in them, or you just wait for them until you get ass cancer, and feeling like life has slipped through your fingers. Like the future's behind you, like it's always been behind you. And I was watching everything else.
Wait, no, we just jumped forward a lot.
Yeah. Oof.
I look at Macy.
Women don't have to look like you want them to, Dad.
Is that Annie?
Oh, shit, from The Boys? I really think it is.
Sounds just like her.
I hear you made cheerleader.
Yeah, there are like 10 other girls who didn't get it.
And she looks familiar, too.
She does.
It's interesting that they still want more of this story when they're so far past the Reggie.
Case.
Case is over at this point. For years.
Dad.
Tell it to your mother. Parked in a car with two boys.
Oh.
Like fucking. Boys are 19 and 20.
Man, how old is she?
I think she's underage. The younger one's in 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
The captain of the varsity slut team.
Fuck you.
Ooh. Holy crap.
Audrey, it's just you and me, honey. You need to tell me what's going on.
This show took such a weird turn.
What happened in 2002?
PCP. Stuff makes a man crazy. Guy, he cut off his own face on that shit.
Oh my god.
I was shit hammered.
Here we go. That's your play. Terror and re-fucking-morse.
I am. I do. I'm
Just breaking this guy.
You want forgiveness for that?
Yeah. Forgiveness.
You see what you just did?
Confessed.
You just copped to a double murder.
God.
I know who you are. I know about that woman y'all found out in the woods way back.
Whoa.
Y'all never caught the man that did that. He's been out there killing. There's big people who know about him.
Ain't no deal, because there ain't no people.
Wasn't there something about like rich people devil worship killing?
I'll tell you about the Yellow King.
That probably wasn't in the papers.
You say what?
Give me a name.
Look, if he wasn't just running you in there, you'll get anything we get. You have my word.
Oh shit. So
Sounds like they did not get him.
No.
I don't think that guy was making that up.
Nothing can grow, nothing can become, nothing changes.
Feeling old.
Reggie Ledoux deserved to die, Marty. That was justice. Guy Francis and Charlie Lang both say the Yellow King.
Okay, look, if the killer's still out there, why haven't there been more killings?
You ever wonder why that task force was so hot to take the case? Like a 95?
Huh.
You telling me you think the task force was in on it?
Said higher power, right?
Yeah.
Or bigger people.
Bigger people know about him. And I think the guy in prison talked about how there's that like devil worship party with whoever knew he was gonna speak and took care of it.
You know what he was looking at with the double murders? Guess he thought about it and made a choice.
I don't think so.
Took a phone call at 7:15. He's a lawyer.
Who's his lawyer?
You got audio on this? Sound?
No, just the vid.
That's it. It's 3 hours and nothing.
Talked to those two cops and the lawyer.
What are the two officers' names?
Childress and Mahoney.
Give me their files, please.
Gotta be suspicious of everyone.
Yeah, you have to be at this point. It has to be someone that heard him try to confess.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
make the deal, I mean.
Yeah.
It's a payphone.
Terrence, get prints on this.
This is where his lawyer called from.
No kind of lawyer makes calls from here. Well, somebody might have told him something. Gave him no choice.
Yeah. Have some of his family hostage or something.
Well, great.
Marty was so done with this case.
Toto died a couple years back, 2010, right after Cole showed back up in the state.
You tell me right now why you're all over Cole, or I walk.
We're gonna get some truth. Going back to the original spot. This is elaborate.
Is that always there?
I don't think that was there 7 years ago.
If you two talked to Russ, you weren't getting a read on him. He was getting a read on you.
What are all those?
Fuck, I already know all this.
Except you've been bullshitting us all afternoon. Excuse us for 1 minute, please.
What has he been doing with all this time? He's been searching for him this whole time.
That's what I'm thinking. He's just spent his entire years since looking for this guy.
Yeah. Like he couldn't get that case out of his head. Now that we're calm.
These are from the crime scene in Lake Charles. Once folks got word.
Charles is a bit out of the way for you, ain't it? And a man fitting your description was spotted in the vicinity of our crime scene.
Oh, come on, man. You stand out.
Nobody knows what he's been doing in the meantime.
Got a storage shed near Church Point. He won't let us see what's inside.
You won't follow me? Come on. Thanks for the beer.
All right. It's definitely a scary place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be long gone.
You're wrong. Nobody could change that much.
Man, you gonna tell me that's a stable individual? Didn't he get you every bit of evidence? Didn't he push you where he wanted it to go? You ever thought if he made that phone call to the prisoner? The guy was trying to blackmail him? He got on that too, didn't he?
No, I refuse to believe. Someone's been here.
Blaine Keller up to when you two had your altercation.
Whatever that was about.
There's no way.
Mm-mm. With the light shining
Yeah, beautiful shot. That was an interesting final shot. All right, that was episode 5 of True Detective. What'd you think?
through. Crazy.
That was a weird episode.
There was a lot that happened.
Yeah.
Like, that felt like that was like 3 episodes. I mean, their story, their collaborative story of what happened.
Yeah.
Was insane.
That was insane. I thought it was meant because they needed a reason to go forward without calling it in.
Right.
But then you find out they created that story to cover up essentially Marty killing a person already in custody.
Right.
So that's even in present time, they're both still making sure that that story is solid.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the fact that Russ could work so quickly while there by coming up with that story. Like, there was no, he immediately was like, take those cuffs off before the blood starts to dry. He found that gun and he just like went wild with it. Like, he was ready.
Oh yeah, he completely saved Marty there, because we've seen Marty before. His temper has gotten him almost in trouble.
Yeah.
But this could have been career ending,
Yeah.
prison. This would have been a disaster.
Right.
And Russ immediately was like, okay, do this. We're good. This is what we're going to say. And we're like 17 years in the future? 7, because we took a 7-year time jump where they currently are, and then we took another 10-year time jump to when they're getting interviewed by the 2 cops. So I think it's been 17 years that they still have that story identical.
I don't know exactly how long it's been, but that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just that whole sequence, like, it was stressful, the fact that they went in without calling any backup. No one even knew they were there.
Right.
And they so quickly got Reggie. The other guy blew himself up kind of on his own security. In the moment, it seems like, cool, we got our guy. But clearly, that's not the guy. And killing him killed their last viable lead that they had to find out who is the Yellow King.
Right. That was clearly the drugs that were in Dora Lang's system.
Yeah.
That's where they came from, and multiple other, crimes and murders that have happened.
Yeah.
It's all stemming from there, but it doesn't seem like they were the killers, either of them.
And we've heard a lot about, or not a lot, but we've heard about connected people, rich people, big people, whatever it is, there's more people involved or someone very high up, because you also have to wonder who is giving the order to these cooks that they would only cook for one person.
Right.
And they were not interested in expanding or getting more cash or anything. They had a job and they were doing their job. It would have to be someone powerful enough to stop them from wanting to expand their own little operation that they feared enough to not cross.
Yeah, it has to be someone big.
And then the whole talk of the elite people, devil worship, and the killing fields and a bunch of good killing. We've been told that this is bigger, that it's not just one person.
Yeah, and then the guy that was in custody ended up in the cell and then killed himself. That was crazy how quick that happened, because Russ got the confession out of him. Clearly he knew more than what had been in the papers.
Yeah.
They came back the next day.
And Russ didn't tell anyone except for there was maybe 4 or 5 officers there
that were overhearing what was happening in there.
Yeah. So, and whoever kind of had a good enough threat to get him to kill himself would have to have also reacted pretty quickly to get that threat in place. So it's got to be one of those cops is still connected into the overall
picture.
Yeah.
It has to be. I don't know who else would have known. There's no way that it was a lawyer calling him from that payphone.
No.
So I don't know. There obviously is something bigger going on here, and I really don't think, I think it's pretty clear that they did not catch the killer.
No, they did not catch the killer, and I thought that they would catch him again or catch the Yellow King, who they thought the Yellow King was, in 2002. But now we're in 2012, I believe, and I think all of the cards have been put on the table. Those two police officers just had Rust as a suspect.
Yeah, they think he's a suspect, which I think is insane.
I hope it's insane. I think it's insane. There's no way I want to believe it, because literally everything we've seen would have to be a lie. But it's also like, watching this, I never felt like it was always Rust leading the charge. I never felt like Rust was always the one getting the information.
I mean, when you come back to it and you think about it, yeah, I think he did.
No, I believe you're right, and I believe that is true, that, you know, I just never even picked up on that.
No, me neither. It definitely it did feel like Rust was more gung-ho, in that Marty was like taking a step back and he would like think about things, and he's like, let's not rush into this and whatever. He seemed a little more hesitant on things, but I never really thought about the fact that the evidence, the actual hard evidence, seems like it was all coming from
Rust
and finding whatever.
And even like the little clues that Marty got, you could probably go back and find a point where Rust could have planted enough, you know, breadcrumbs for Marty to follow and feel like he was figuring things out for himself.
Right.
So, I mean, I do see how this is situated, where it could be like the final episode and it goes back and it shows us what really happened in each scenario, and we would be like, mind blown. But I don't think so. I honestly believe that Rust knows that the guy was never caught, but the case was closed or something, and the only way he was going to be able to focus purely on this case was to essentially go off the grid and quit life. And maybe their altercation that caused them to stop was that Rust wanted to keep going and Marty just wanted it to be over because there was other crimes to solve.
Right. I could definitely see that, and I definitely assume that's where the fight was going, but the way that Marty's talking, it doesn't seem like he's aware that Rust was still looking at this.
Yeah, it doesn't seem, but I could also see a situation where like my mind gets blown and they never really had a falling out or something. Rust was just like, look, let's just pretend that I can't work with you anymore, so I get fired and I'm gonna stay on this case.
Yeah. And,
you know, you'll hear from me in like 10 years if I find it. I don't know. I can see a situation.
Yeah, no.
Marty still talks very highly of Rust.
Yeah. Because whatever falling out they had, it obviously, he still has a great amount of respect for him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm super curious. I want to keep watching.
Yeah.
Like, this is so good. And I think we only have like 3 episodes left.
It's like 3 episodes left. Yeah. 6, 7, 8. There was still interesting stuff with the daughter, you know, so the daughter who was drawing those like very sexualized images. Clearly she matures a little bit faster. I was a little surprised that we had this time jump. Kind of like, it's not like we jumped from the past to the present. It's like we jumped into the middle. And so I'm curious how much more there is with the daughters. Like, does that cause more fallout with Marty and Maggie because they did get back together? Like,
I think so. I think after he hit his daughter, I think Maggie might walk away.
I'm just like, the show is so very perfectly written that I would almost find it strange if that storyline with the daughters was just to set up like the relationship failing for the second time.
No, I think there's something bigger happening for sure.
And I'm concerned if this something bigger is
gonna relate to the case.
Or something like, will she be one of the victims, or will she know someone who is in this group of devil worshipping killers or something? Like, how else are these girls put into the bigger picture? Because I don't feel like their only motive is to have this like side quest.
Yeah, no, there's definitely something going on. I don't think that there's anything in this show that is not extremely intentional.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. This is crazy. There was a lot. That was a packed episode.
Yeah, the last episode was just like action, like super suspense and stressful. This, I feel like a lot of bombs were dropped in terms of finding out how it went down with Reggie, what that lie was to cover that up, what's going on with the daughters, what are the two cops' real motive. Like, we learned a lot this episode.
Yes, we did.
But I still feel like I know nothing.
I know. I honestly just want to keep watching. Like,
there's not much left for this season, and I honestly feel like things are set up where it could logically go in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
And I would see how we could get to a bunch of different endings, and all of them would make sense to be like, oh yeah, I could see how they like path that all together.
Yeah, no, I don't know. The show's crazy. The show's crazy.
Oh, we just gotta keep watching.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we have reacted to, the link to our Patreon will be in the description. If you'd like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links will be in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.